What's going on, guys? Kaiser here from keyserreveal, and today we'll be taking a look at a 7-inch budget film monitor by Yo-Yo that supports 4K signal. Now, Yo-Yo did send this out to me for review, but as always, I'll be giving you guys my unbiased opinion. With that said, let's get to it. This is the E7S film monitor by Yo-Yo. Inside the box, you get the monitor, a user manual, a LPE6 battery plate, a F970 battery plate, a mini to full HDMI cable, a sunshade, a hot shoe mount, and a 1/4-20 adapter and tool. Now this is a 7-inch 500 nit IPS panel with a resolution of 1920 by 1200. So natively it supports 1080p signals, but it also supports 4K signals, which means that the camera won't have to do any additional processing to scale down the image. Now this is important because additional processing could lead to cropping and some autofocus issues. Up top you'll find your standard menu button, a left and right selection button, an exit button, a customizable function button, a power button, and a 1/4-20 mount. As for inputs, you have DC power. Now this unit didn't ship with a power cable, so you have to pick one up separately. You also have an HDMI in and out, which will allow you to do HDMI pass-through. There's also an audio in and a headphone jack. Now I did find that the audio is really sensitive and noisy, so you'll want to set the volume in this monitor pretty low. In terms of power, you have the option to use a F970 battery plate, which accepts Sony NPF type batteries, or a LPE6 battery plate, which accepts Canon batteries. And on the bottom, you have another 1/4-20 mount. Now as far as the build of this device, it's made out of a hard plastic material. Now it would have been nice to have something more durable, but I don't know how much that matters when it comes to monitors, because even if it was made out of metal, if you store this improperly or if you drop it, the screen will break before anything else. Now in terms of settings and assist features, this monitor has quite a few. You have your standard picture controls such as brightness, contrast, and saturation, but you also have the ability to set the color temperature, which is pretty cool. As for markers, this device has all the standard ones such as center, 16:9, 4:3, 3:2, safety, and grid. Other functions include pixel to pixel, zoom, underscan, freeze, and a couple of others. You also get quite a few waveforms such as peaking, exposure, and my favorite, false color. In terms of audio, you can control the volume, the display, and set the audio channel to digital or analog. Inside the setting menu is where you control the image flip as well as customize the function button. Now this is pretty useful. Here you can see that I assigned false color to my function button. This gives me quick access instead of fumbling through the menu. Now in terms of latency, it's clearly noticeable. Although I can't say it's 100% the monitor, I can say that the amount of latency is usually greater with less expensive monitors. However, if you don't shoot stuff that requires a lot of motion tracking, then it should be okay. Alright, so now on to my opinion of this device. Like most film monitors in this price range, the build isn't the best, but that's to be expected at this price. But one of the common problems, or maybe inconveniences, is the power button. So because this device has an on-off button as opposed to a switch, whenever you turn it off, it still draws power. So in order to prevent this, you literally have to remove the battery each time. Now this may or may not be a big deal for you, but it's definitely an inconvenience. But outside of that, this really is a good monitor for the price. The 1920 by 1200 IPS screen is sharp and the colors are pretty accurate. I also like the fact that it supports 4K signals and it has a bunch of assist features. Now the customizable function button is really useful. However, I do wish that it had more than one, and I also wish that it was on the front of the device. But overall, this is definitely a solid choice. But I'm curious to know what you guys think, so leave a comment below. And I'll leave a link in the description just in case you guys want to check this out. And as always, if you guys enjoy this content, be sure to hit that like button and definitely subscribe. So until next time, peace.